Welcome in, everyone, to another episode of Extra Innings. I am Taylor Gattoni, joined by Jesse Goldberg-Strassler and Adam Jacksa, the voices of the Lansing Lugnuts. We're going to recap the past series, and we actually went to it. We had a special guest, News 10's or Studio 10's Rochelle LeGrand singing the national anthem on Thursday, so that was very exciting. And I do want to point out that two players we always talk about on the Lansing Lugnuts. You have Bautista and you have Junior Perez. They did phenomenal in the past series, some getting some home runs.
Yeah, this was a pretty wild series, and especially wild games on Friday and Saturday. Junior got things started on the 4th of July, the inside the park home run with the enormous crowd, and then the series kind of took off from there.
Yeah, it was. We've seen so many one-run games with the captains. We played them a few different times, and it just kept on happening. Some comebacks for the captains, some wins for the Lugnuts, but yeah, two inside the park home runs. Junior Perez really set the weeks kind of just into the stratosphere with that inside the park home run. The crowd was great, and then yeah, we saw a great performance from Caden Trenkle as well all week long.
Caden Trenkle.
That's right.
There you go.
Your favorite, right?
Favorite, of course. Gotta love the name, right? So he had a home run performance himself.
Yeah, so he's just back from the injured list. He had a foot injury,
Yeah.
so he comes back, he homers, and then the next day he goes, that's not good enough. 2 doubles and 2 more home runs.
And then he elected to hit another home run. So he had a 4 home run week, and we certainly think he's in contention for Midwest League Player of the Week. He had an awesome performance, 2 more RBIs in the Lugnuts win yesterday.
All right, and Winkler, you said also had that inside home run yesterday as well.
Yeah, this was a weird one.
Okay.
So on the Lake County side, the Lugnuts had been coming off a couple of series where there were some difficult injuries.
Okay.
Well, the difficult injuries this series belong to Lake County. A couple of days ago, their second baseman, Christian Cairo, trying to avoid the middle infielder mate, the shortstop, Dion Frias, flipped over and landed on his head.
Oh.
So hopefully he's okay.
Yeah.
And then you go into Sunday's game. It's a tie game, 4-4, bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Jack Winkler, it's a deep drive into the right field corner. Jorge Burgos, one of the best young players for the Captains, chases it over, hops up, gets the glove on the ball, can't make the catch, bangs into the wall, goes down. He's down, the ball's down. Jack Winkler races around the bases. So inside the park home run, we win, and hopefully, he's okay.
A little bit of chaos.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And they're almost, I know we're going to talk about Colby Thomas. He actually almost had an inside the park home run yesterday, too. He had a triple and probably could have scored on it because the relay went away. But Lansing, if you've been to Jackson Field, you know that there's big gaps, big alleys, and there's a lot of potential for inside the park home runs.
All right, let's talk about some potential. It is All-Star break. What does that mean? What can we tell people?
Well, for the Lugnuts, 4 days off, so guys get a chance to relax, but we also get a chance to watch the former Lugnuts now in the major leagues, right?
Yeah.
We have representation in Seattle.
Yeah, it's Home Run Derby is tonight, so Vladimir Guerrero, the 6th seed, I believe. So we'll be excited to watch him compete. And then the All-Star game coming up on Tuesday. Both Vladdy and Bo, 2 teammates here for the Lugnuts in 2017. They'll be competing for the AL.
All right, something else big that's happening. The A's pick up shortstop Max Muncy's high school pal.
Yeah, how about this? So the A's drafting the Major League Draft go 6th overall, and they take Jacob Wilson. So Jacob Wilson not only attended the same high school as the Lugnuts star shortstop Max Muncy, but Jacob's dad, Jack, a major leaguer, a shortstop in the majors, was Max Muncy's high school coach. So
talk about the connections.
Yeah, how about that? It's only natural. Of course the Athletics drafted him. But Adam, you are pumped for Jacob Wilson, and we could see him in Lansing soon.
Yeah, it's really interesting how the two relate, because those two, Muncy and Wilson, actually played up the middle on Thousand Oaks high school team. And now you think about where Max Muncy is. He's the starting shortstop. He's been playing better and better. Wilson's a 21-year-old, so he might have a shot to come up to Lansing this year. It may be a situation where Muncy gets promoted to Double-A, and then Wilson fills his spot at shortstop. But you talk about the Lansing Lugnuts. Their weakness this year has been on-base percentage. This is a guy that struck out 5 times in all of his season last year with Grand Canyon. He's got great bat-to-ball skills, and I think the A's are pretty excited about him.
All right, something else exciting coming up, a few little series happening in West Michigan, 14th through the 16th.
Yeah, once we come back, so All-Star break through Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's a mini-series. It's 3 days for us against the arch-rival West Michigan Whitecaps. That's to get everything back and going again. There are 51 games remaining in our season, and then after the Whitecaps conclude, it's back home against the Great Lakes Loons, arguably the best team in all of minor league baseball.
It's starting to go fast.
Well, it picks up steam, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. You get to this point and you go, oh, season's going to end the second week of September, and here we are, it's mid-July. Let's get to Lugnuts games.
Yeah. And I've been to a few. I just want, for the record also, when we went to Rochelle's game, that makes it the 4th game that Crystal and I went to. We're 4 for 4.
We
on
keep hearing this, and yet your attendance has not picked up any more steadily. Like, if you're coming for wins, we'd like you to come more, please.
Yeah, is that right?
Cheer on Caden Trenkle.
Cheer on Caden Trenkle and the rest of the Lansing Lugnuts, right?
Yes.
Anything else either of you want to add for extra innings today?
I think the big key is that this is an exciting Lugnut squad right now. We talked about Colby Thomas. He just got called up from Stockton. Great arm, great power, great speed. Brennan Malone just got called up from Stockton too. So we are seeing now a loaded Lugnuts lineup filled with last year's draft picks that we're saying this could be as talented and as explosive as the Lugnuts offense has been all year.
Yeah, the tough thing, the A's are certainly struggling at the major league level, but they have loaded prospects in the minor league system. And now from Stockton, the A club, we have got players 7 and 8 this year that have come up from the ports and have joined the Lugnuts. And there's a lot of talent in this lineup right now, which is fun to watch at Jackson Field.
Oh, yeah.
And we can't wait to continue watching for the mini second half, even though we're over halfway through our season.
We are over halfway.
Are you going to sing the anthem at some point?
Any of the games?
Yes.
I gotta go to some of these games
Okay.
more. I do, and I still have to get the 10 on the back of this. We gotta make it happen.
Not to
Yes.
call you out, but we've had over 40 games at home. You've been to 4, so
Okay, we got busy. We got this to attend to. We got work. We, busy lives.
It sounds
but
like
we gotta make it out
That's right.
because it's always a fun time at the Lansing Lugnuts.
Yeah, it's nice to break and then come back and attack the second half re-energized.
That is true. Maybe we'll go on this little all-star break and then we'll hit the ground running again.
Love it.
All right. Well, time will tell to see how all of these Lansing Lugnuts players play out. Until then, get a little go nuts. 1, 2, 3,
Go Nuts!
Until then, thanks for watching Extra Innings.